You know, as much as I love this country, South Africa is not in a good place. Just look at the stats. We've hit a high of 27% unemployment rate in 2016. That puts us at number 9 across the globe. We've got more than 53% of our country living in poverty. That's living on less than 800 Rand a month. We had more than 21 million incidences of crime reported in 2016. Over 200,000 murders. Over 46,000 people were raped in 2016. And hearing stats like this, you can often think, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, do I move out of my house and leave my suburb and go and move into a township? Well, for one girl, that's exactly what she did. In 2015, Christine, as a single girl, left the comfort of Camps Bay and moved into one of South Africa's most densely populated townships, Mydunoon. Doing something as radical as this, a lot of people raised questions, but Christine couldn't shake the fact that, as a Christian, she felt like God was calling her to not just talk about her faith, but actually do something with it.
Today, man, we're having Christine's birthday, the only white lady in the location.
So over the next 2 years, Christine came and lived in Mydunoon. But unlike some other NGOs and other entities, she wasn't coming in there with all the right answers. Instead, she was just coming to listen, to learn, and to understand.
Tell me about the Umlungu who lives there.
Oh, Christine. We all like her.
And very soon, she started to see that the problems in the township were much more complicated than what they seemed from the outside.
What are some of the biggest problems in Mydunoon that you believe?
Especially unemployment.
Drugs.
Overcrowded, no schools. Dirty water is flowing everywhere. Fresh water is leaking everywhere.
We have a problem with electricity. We're sharing one box meter, but it's 8 families.
No one is taking care of those things.
A lot of resources are going to waste. They are wasted in the township because people from outside that are giving these resources, they don't understand the township at all.
A township is like a hose pipe. See, there's a lot of people with really good intentions who come and try to plow resources into a township. But just like a hose pipe with water flowing through it, a few meters down the pipe, there's a hole and the water bursts out. People then spend resources trying to fix that hole. But a few meters down the pipe, another hole bursts, and then another hole, and then another hole. And the answer isn't simply sticking a band-aid on a hose pipe. It's building a better pipe. And so that's exactly what Christine and a few people from Mydunoon began to do. Through unity, they believed that they could solve problems using solutions from the township, ideas that are birthed in the township from seeing those holes. And they created something called Mydunoon, an organization, a hub, a brand, a network which links people from various NGOs and brings them together. It fills the gaps, it builds a better pipe.
Mydunoon, I could say we bring hope, we bring change, and we don't just preach change, but we also part of the change we want to see.
In the past 2 years, Mydunoon has been really busy. From the moment they started, they began to work with existing NGOs. They ran events in Mydunoon Park, using hip-hop and music to build the brand and create a sense of unity. They came to the rescue when hundreds of people were displaced from their shacks due to fire, administering clothes to those people, as well as uniforms to the children who lost their school uniforms in the fire. They rallied together the community to paint an entire wall, encouraging people to beautify this place and not just think of it as a train stop. They began to do school excursions, taking children beyond the 4 walls of Mydunoon. They took 18 students on a weekend away for innovation. They screened an outdoor movie in the middle of the township. They ran a series of home improvements where they painted houses, cleaned up cul-de-sacs, fixed up shacks, planted gardens, just to build and foster a sense of community pride. When xenophobia broke out in Mydunoon was at the forefront of stopping that. And this year, 2017, sees them having big plans. They want to tackle issues of health, diet, diabetes, as well as an incredible recycling program. Mydunoon has done all of this with no full-time staff. Christine and a handful of volunteers have been working, holding down other jobs, but doing this on the weekends in their spare time, just trying to tackle some of these gaping issues we see in our country. And that's exactly where you can help. You might not be able to move into a township, but you can contribute to Mydunoon. At this moment, they want to bring on some full-time staff members. They did all of that voluntarily. Imagine what they can do if they're actually giving their entire time and devotion to this cause. There's 2 people in particular that they want to bring on to full-time staff, as well as find an office, and lastly, have money for resources. If they can get 200 people to each donate 200 Rand a month for 2017, Mydunoon can really start to make a difference in this community. You might not be able to move into a township, but here's your chance to actually make a difference. Get involved, follow these banking details, and contribute.